Our journalists Bridget Ugwe and Eric Oteng followed the meeting and filed in this report.
Two opposition candidates in the DRC, Martin Fayulu and Felix Tshisekedi, and the presidential candidate of the ruling party, Emmanuel Ramazani Shadary, met on Wednesday evening in Kinshasa in the presence of the chairman of the Election Commission and African Union observers. A meeting that took place while the DRC is still waiting for the provisional results of Sunday's presidential elections, which will be announced not later than January 6. No agenda was specified for this meeting, with observers from the African Union and the Southern African Development Community (SADC). Despite organizational, political, and security challenges, the mission strongly hopes that the results to be proclaimed will be in accordance with the will of the Congolese people. Internet, the sending of SMS messages, as well as the reception signal of RFI and a television channel close to the opposition have been cut to prevent the dissemination of false figures which could cause a popular uprising, according to an advisor of President Kabila. Emmanuel Ramazani Shadary, spokesman, called on the relevant authorities to put an end to this situation. The Common Front for Congo calls on the competent authorities to be flexible in rapidly restoring this important communication medium throughout the country, as its failure hinders, among other things, the proper functioning of our system for collecting and compiling results. The December 2018 election is meant to choose Joseph Kabila's successor, who, according to the Constitution, is ineligible to run for a third term.
Right, our correspondent Patrice Chicheri is standing by in the DRC to give us more details. Good to have you on the program. Can you give us more details of this meeting between the presidential candidates that transpired?
En fait, c'est pas vraiment grand-chose, mais on peut estimer
by the way, it's not really a big deal, but we can consider it a meeting that the Electoral Commission is holding to exchange some information it has on different results it is collecting here and there across the country, and to consolidate them with those that the candidates have. And above all, prepare them in relation to the results that will be published. Because there are many people who think, or rather, there are many contestations and suspicions. People believe that with the machines, the Senate is already in possession of the results. But since people, before the elections, lots of people were in protest, people think that it is not up to the machine to deliver the results, but it is up to the Senate to present these results. So we cannot say clearly what really came out of this meeting can be a communique. After all, in the evening of Wednesday, nothing really was filtered from this meeting.
Rien n'avait encore sorti de leur rencontre.
Patrice, la mission d'observateur de
Patrice, the AU Observer Mission hopes that the results to be proclaimed will be in accordance with the people's vote. Does this mean that there will be doubts about the outcome of these elections?
Oui, tout à fait. Je crois que la communication des observateurs internationaux.
Yes, absolutely. I believe that the communication of the international observers is in relation to the concerns that are developing among the population, or it is perhaps believed that there would be an attempt to falsify the results in the compilation centers. Especially, for example, the local media, including the United Nations Radio, Okapi Radio, is reporting on people, especially in the compilation of result centers, or people, instead of doing so in offices or in the offices of the Electoral Commission, bring files to private residences. And for some, it is an attempt to falsify. That is why the observers continue to take a position in this direction, so that there is no falsification of results. or attempts in this direction. Because that could create tensions.
Position dans ce sens pour éviter peut-être des falsifications ou tentatives de trucage. Ça pourrait peut-être créer des tensions qui se développent de plus en plus au sein d'une certaine catégorie de la population.
Et justement, dans ce contexte, l'opposition une nouvelle fois
denounced the interruption of the internet.
En pensant
Are
à des
they suspecting any power grabbing?
Pour l'opposition, il faut noter que c'est...
For the opposition, it should be noted that even before the elections were held, it had developed suspicions of fraud. But in relation to the interruption of the internet, the government or authorities explained that it is to limit the sharing that comes from everywhere. But there are many consequences since there are no connections. It is monitored in the media. Civil aviation authorities who complained that the mechanisms for directing aircraft over Congolese territory are not quite optimal because they have to use the manual mechanism. There are many and more concerns at the level of banks regarding international transfers, blocked and without counting. So many people who do their business as well online were also affected.
Qui volent au-dessus du territoire congolais sont presque bloqués parce qu'ils doivent maintenant recourir au mécanisme manuel. Il y a de plus en plus de banques sont bloquées, les transferts internationaux, et sans compter les gens qui font leurs activités, leur business en ligne. Donc tout est bloqué en ce moment.
C'était notre correspondant.
We'll leave it right here. Thank you very much for your time. So that was